On Chaka Chaka. And this is what is going to lead me into the Black Pot segment today. And exactly to remember, we're going for the Meet the News. Oh, 34 minutes past the hour of 1192.7. I told you I love this one coming out to the camera. Yvonne Chaka Chaka. Nkoboti from South Africa. And if you love this one, thanks so very, very much for joining us on the Urban Blend today, the 31st of October 2023. I was going to say December. It looks like Blakk Kobby is really waiting for December to come. What is Blakk Kobby waiting for? It looks like I need to take a break. When I take a break, I come back fully governed by the Almighty. And when I come back fully governed, then you know that the fire will continue to blaze. Remember, on Saturday between the hours of 4 to 6, Blakk Kobby most definitely I will be on radio. And that is where the reggae vibes, the original reggae vibes, it comes live and clear. We criticize to build and never to destroy the country. We criticize positively. You understand? Yeah, man, we are sinners and falling short of the glory of God. So when we come to criticize, we don't make unnecessary noise. We criticize meaningfully so that the people can learn something. Yeah, man, they call it a black pot. What do we talk about? We go very, very deep into critical issues happening around us. Politically, socially, mentally, or whatever you may call it. Today, what is the VRA saying? Which I would want to share with you, and later we can go very deep into this. My God, I love this one. All right, so the VRA is saying that is the Volta River Authority. Saying they've ended the spilling of the Akosombo Dam. In other words, it means that opening the dam for excess water to flow into the sea. Through Sogakope, Mepe, Bato, Avenyime, all the way to Ada, that spillage will come to an end. Let me read a story for you. And I'm reading from the city newsroom. Yeah, man. And we shall come back. Listen, the Volta River Authority, the VRA, has announced the conclusion of the control spilling of the Akosombo Dam. All right? In a statement issued on October 30th, the VRA said that the Volta River Authority wishes to inform the public, particularly residents living along the lower Volta River and its environs, that the control spillage from the Akosombo Dam, which began on September 15th, 2023, has come to an end. VRA expressed appreciation for the support received from government, agency, and the stakeholders from the affected communities. It also expressed appreciation to the government agency for their support to the affected communities. The end of the control spillage, notwithstanding, VRA is committed to continue its relief and rehabilitation effort until lives and livelihood are restored. And I have a bigger question I want to ask. VRA wishes to take opportunity to acknowledge the various government agencies and stakeholders for their support to the impacted communities. Deputy Chief Executive Officer of VRA, Engineer Edward Obin Kenzu, I think I know this gentleman, announced on October 28th that the water inflow into the Akosombo Dam had significantly decreased. VRA indicated that the water level on Friday, October 27th, had dropped to acceptable level due to the closure of the gate. Let's leave it there. All right. This is one critical issue that I am sure when the people of the Volta region should be hearing this. Some of them, majority of them will be excited. Why am I saying this? Sometime in September 15th, when the Akosombo Dam and the Kong Dams were open to spill water from the Akosombo Dam all the way into the Kong Dam, all the way into the lagoons and also into the Adan River, the Adan Sea, or whatever it may be, so many people were affected. I can tell you for a fact that people along Mepe, people along the Oti regions, people along even the southern parts of the Volta region were affected. Central Tongue was affected, North Tongue was affected, even South Tongue was affected. Yesterday, the Queen Mothers were here. We've been telling you that the one who cries the loudest receive more. A black one has been crying like a little baby. And he has received so many things from so many people, including a gentleman we'll be talking about today on the Africa History class. Listen, there is one bigger question I want to ask. How the education went. I understand that the engineers have told us so many times and countless times that they have been to these affected communities to tell the people to leave. Some of them, according to news and stories, refused to leave. But when I went to Mepe the other day, knowing the environment so very well, it looks like people who are closer to the river. It's time to be corrected. People who are very close to the river are safe. But people in the town are rather affected. Did you check that? Did you go there? Did you check that? When you enter the town of Mepe, people very close to the river are not affected. That was what I saw. But people in the town where Kizito and its environs are were affected. How did that happen? I think I need an engineer to explain that. And I understand from the assemblyman, which if possible I would love to talk to. He said, hey, Blakk Kobby, there was a canal or a bridge somewhere where the river went through and affected the community. And I can tell you for a fact that so many thousands of people were affected. Houses were broken down. Look at things. You will go to work and come back with your bossa shorts and you will remain in that bossa shorts for a month or two. Your life is going back. You have been going to church to pray to God for deliverance, for you to make some money, to get some good job, and you will come back and the Jesus Christ that you prayed to never listened to you when calamities were coming. The same God that you go to church to pray to never informed you that there was a calamity going to happen on that unfaithful day or faithful day. These are questions I am asking. People were affected and people are asking that, would the VRA compensate them? I understand that some members of parliament are even willing to sue the VRA. And I think I side with them. Couldn't we control the spillage? I watched a video of how the water was flowing with excess speed. Listen, the speed of the water can even take a boat. It can even take a jet ski. It can even take a yacht. I know one rich man who built along the river in Adidome. The whole house was flooded. I don't want to mention his name. Very popular man. The whole house, the whole compound, the green areas were flooded. The whole place was flooded. So does it mean that VRA couldn't control the spilling of this water, excess water, so that we wouldn't get to where we are? I understand that a black one has gotten some companies to fumigate the whole community. What a good man. I salute him. But was it done necessary? There was a time that Some preacher man went to the Akosombo Dam. When Doomsaw was on the rise to pray to God for deliverance, to fill the Akosombo Dam with water. You know, the Bible tells me that God works at an appropriate time, with time and seasons. We've forgotten that when we were praying to God for rains to come down and fill the Akosombo Dam, God was patiently listening to us. He wanted his own time to give to us what we wanted, because he wouldn't give things at any given time. Listen, sometimes you may be crying for something for so long a time, it wouldn't come to you the time you want it. But God will answer you at a time that maybe you are not prepared. And the bigger question is, how prepared are you, or how prepared would you be for that day? And that is what I want to ask the VRA. How prepared were you, or how did you prepare the people for this calamity? Today, you are telling us that, yes, the control spillage has come to an end. They say control. The word is control. Control spillage. So why couldn't we control it in a manner that it wouldn't affect people, that today we'll be begging people to donate pampers and things? Today we will not be begging people to give us rice and beans. How did we control these? The people have lost their properties. I have a brethren who had so many cattle very close to the river. Today he tells me that, hey, Kobby, it looks like I have done Dovlo. I know people that have fish farms that were carried away or swept by the water. And today, they are back to square zero. Would the VRA compensate them? I would have been glad with this statement that was issued by the VRA. They would have told us that they will go very deep into the communities and analyze things and see how best to compensate some of them. Listen, there is one funny thing that happens in Africa. There is one funny thing that happens in Ghana. We will go to school and learn and become engineers. But when it's time for us to build roads, we will go and take people from Chinese, people from China who are laborers to come and build our roads. Listen, that is what happened. We will go to school and learn to become bank managers, but we cannot even manage the economy like Dr. Bawumia. Somebody that we boast about, he's an economist and things like that. And today, we are suffering to even manage this economy. That is the same thing happening at the VRA. People with weak brains. People that will do things that they don't even care about. And when it happens, they will come on TV and radio to speak English. God have mercy. That is why sometimes when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I want to do is to pray. And after praying, I listen to the Johnny's Bite. Because when I watch the Johnny's Bite, it looks like heaven is coming out of my blood. Listen. Some people are just senseless. Excuse my language. This is too early for me to be saying. Listen, today so many people are affected. And when I went there, I couldn't control my tears. Listen, I have so many friends and loved ones, girlfriends all over the place. And when I got there, girlfriends who are even old ladies were crying, oh, Blakk Kobby, oh, Blakk, can you give me 2 CDs? Can you give me 5 CDs? Can you even buy me cocoa to drink? My God, I was there with Nana Kwijo Ado. I was there with Rankson. I was there with so many people. It was something that when you see, and the stench, the stench alone, cemeteries were buried. Dead bodies were dead again. Dead bodies at the Komboni mortuary were dead again. Maybe they died through road accident. Maybe they died peacefully on their bed. Maybe they died having some diseases. But they were buried again. They died again on that unfaithful day. VRA, I hope and pray that one day you will compensate these people. Look back and compensate them. Maybe there is no money to compensate all of them. But try your best to reach out to them. Fix their homes if possible. Buy them some beds if possible. Buy them some televisions if possible. Take them back to school if possible. Revive them, body and soul, if possible. You should not just issue statements and fly them in the air and leave them like that. You can see on your screen. See. Just see on your screens. Oh, somebody will say, oh, the media is preaching this for so long a time. The media is hammering on this so long a time. Don't you think we should leave this and move on? For how long? We need to keep hammering on it till the authorities listen. And when the president got there, he was speaking English. For that man, for him, the president, I don't want to talk about him. Listen, the president told us in the face that if it were for people who voted for him, in my own words, I wouldn't have been here. Listen, it was so sad to tell them that at that critical moment. Look at how the whole places were flooded. People are going back to square one. Some people saved their monies just to put up 2-bedroom house. Some people went into the military to keep their monies to come and build houses. So many people did things so that they could put their families together. Today, their families are apart. And I understand that so many of these people have run to Ashaima. I understand that some of these people who are friends at Bato have relocated there. When people were begging them that if possible, hey, can you give them the Saglame houses to be? The president kept a deaf ear, never listened to them. Sagame is still sitting there. Listen, Mahama built it. They are so shy that when they allow people to go and sit there, Mahama will have the glory. What a shame, what a disgrace. You know what? Akufo-Addo will go down as one of the laziest presidents to ever rule the African country called Ghana, the Gold Coast. President Akufo-Addo will one day go back. And when he comes on the street, he will be so shy that he is one of the laziest presidents, one of the weakest presidents, one president that never listened. You will go back and regret it. You know, one day Rollins said, when he was out of power and he was driving without a motorcade, that was when he knew the reality on the ground. And that day, when Akufo-Addo feels it, you will definitely know about it. God have mercy. Today, Mahama is trying his very best to come back. Another lazy president. Another lazy gentleman. When he was president, he was behaving like a dead goat. Today, he's trying everything possible to come back. You know, Africa, we are not serious. You see how people are suffering? And the president will come and speak French. I did tell you I don't want to go into politics because I don't love the trick. Remember, this is where I'm going to leave it. This is the Black Pot. We'll leave it here. We'll journey on another part. The Media News will be coming next. And right after the Media News, Blakk Kobby, I'm bouncing back with fire. And when the fire comes, oh my God, you will love it. Remember to tune into the sunrise, especially early in the morning with the Johnny's Bite. Oh, this is a bread that I love. Ni agbo aye. Oh, my brother. Ni agbo aye. Papa Johnny. When he fires, in fact. So many people called me when I went to Mepe. Can you please give me Johnny's number? Can you please? I said, oh, Johnny is so secretive. He wants to be alone. We leave it there. You understand? Also, remember to tune in to the Johnny's Bite and also the Urban Blend. If I'm around, if I am not around, if the owner of the show comes, tune in and listen. I remember to tune in to the Drive Time. Our brother, Giovanni Caleb, I remember when he touched down at Media General. I'll tell you that right after the African history class. I'll tell you more about that. But now we leave it here. What else can I do? What else can I tell you? I want to play this tune coming out of the camp of Kojo Entry. And when I play this one, right after that, we are going for the Media News. And right after the Media News, the business news. And right after that, Blakk Kobby, if God permits, and I still have the strength, I will be back.